Hi everyone, Daniel here. In this video, we're going to explain the difference between objects and lists in Attio. We use objects when we want to capture a standardized set of data. These are the people that you are doing business with. They are your unique suppliers if you're in a unique industry. Maybe they're your customers, or if you're a VC, they may be your portfolio companies as a custom object. Lists are flexible ways to create an interface with your objects. The name of this record is unlikely to change, but the status of this organization as it relates to selling cookies may indeed change. We use a list to capture the pipeline and the object to capture permanent record information. You can think of objects as tables or separate Google Sheets. Custom objects allow you to create your own unique data type directly inside of Attio. Compared to Salesforce and HubSpot, this can be done in literally 3 clicks. To illustrate the power of custom objects, we're going to imagine that we are a cookie supplier by heading into the top left-hand corner, selecting Workspace Settings, and scrolling down to the Objects button underneath the Data section on the sidebar. Now, depending on what Attio plan you are on, will affect the number of custom objects that you can create. But if you're on the Plus plan, you should be able to create up to 3 or 5 objects, or the Pro plan will enable up to 8 objects. Let's go ahead and create a custom object and name this Girl Scout Associations. We'd also like to add some attributes. Let's say we'd like to capture the next date for which they are fundraising for their cookie event. We are selecting the date type on the attribute. We've added a description to indicate when this Girl Scout Association needs the next cookie donation. Back on the main homepage, we can see that the Girl Scout Association's custom object has been created. Each new data type that we create is essentially a brand new table. The data held inside these tables need to be pretty different to actually warrant the creation of a new custom object. In this case, it is warranted because cake mix suppliers are going to have unique attributes that are not going to apply to every company. But if I was just going to create an object to say vendors, for example, I would argue this is actually better captured in a list, which we can associate to the company's object, given that vendors is likely a homogeneous set of attributes as compared to cake mix suppliers. So again, we're using an object to capture data that is highly unique and different from all of the other objects available to us in the workspace. We can return to the homepage and see Girl Scout Associations, cake mix suppliers, alongside our other default objects. From here, we can add a new cake mix supplier and we can assign the name such as Chocolate Factory and assign the cake quality as 5 stars. At this point, you may run into a bug where it's showing the ID as the name. Super simple to fix. Select the 3 dots on the top right corner and select Manage Attributes. And then underneath Appearance, we want to choose Record Text as the name attribute for the custom object. Now, if we escape out and return to the object, we can see the name is being displayed underneath the primary cake mix supplier name. Now we can create a new cake mix supplier, and let's say that this is the Caramel Cake Shop. If we create this record, we can now see we have 2 different records underneath the cake mix suppliers object. We have underneath the Girl Scout Associations object, 3 different Girl Scout associations. In this way, objects are used to capture the core data types, the core entities that you are wishing to track and manage in your CRM. Lists are flexible ways to interact with your data. We're going to use the Girl Scout Associations object to create a list. Let's give this a cookie emoji and create the list. From here, we can create a table or a Kanban view again. In this case, I'm going to create a Kanban and we're going to say this is the cookie pipeline. When we create this status attribute, it's going to add it to the list and not to the object, meaning only the Girl Scout Associations added to this list will be able to have the attribute applied to it. We've created 4 different status attributes, from planning the cookie event to the scouts wanting the cookies, having them delivered, and the event completed. We can add a Girl Scout association to any of these statuses. When I click into a given association, we can see the status of cookies being delivered, along with those key attributes that we created on the custom object for the next cookie fundraising date. If we click back into this list, we can interact with the object data in a more flexible format. I could create 10 different lists to track the status or information relating to our Girl Scouts without having to create the attributes on the object, because not every Girl Scout association is necessarily going to be on this list. The important thing is we can interface with the Girl Scout Association custom object in a much more flexible format. To summarize, objects capture the core data types in your business. These are the people that you are doing business with. They are your unique suppliers if you're in a unique industry. Maybe they're your customers, or if you're a VC, they may be your portfolio companies as a custom object. Lists are flexible ways to create an interface with your objects. If we clicked into the Berkshire Girl Scout Association, the name of this record is unlikely to change, but the status of this organization as it relates to selling cookies may indeed change. We use a list to capture the pipeline and the object to capture permanent record information. If you'd like to read more about objects versus lists, I've written a summary available on the blog post down below. Important takeaway that I'd encourage you to remember is be discerning with creating objects. You only likely have between 3 to 8 different data types that are core to your business. Lists are the more flexible day-to-day ways you're going to be accessing and interfacing with data. That sums it up. We've summarized the 2 key interfaces for manipulating data in Attio. If you learned something in this video, please subscribe. If you're unsure whether a data type should be an object or you should create a list, go ahead and leave a comment down below and I'll answer. That's it for now. See you in the next video.